Over the past few months, I've been able to do the Tales to Inspire podcast, which has been incredible. I've got to share my opinion with some absolutely amazing guests that are from all over the world, from all walks of life. With the Tales to Inspire book, we also got to share people's tales, and I got to share a little bit about my own tale. But people have been asking me about my opinion on different topics, and I really wanted to talk to you about different things, and I think I'm going to do more videos from now onwards to really connect to you and just to see what you think and maybe get some dialogue going. So one of the ones I want to talk about today is your identity. Who are you? Why do you do the things you do? And what is it that makes you, you? So recently, people judged me. They said, oh, Chris is the guy who does the charity stuff. Chris is the guy who helps others. Chris is the guy who does crazy challenges. Or Chris is the guy who's a footballer. Now, I used to think of myself as a footballer. My identity from the age of 4 up until 20 years old was as a footballer. Everything I did and breathed was football. I loved it, and I knew that I wanted to be a professional footballer. When I got to the age of about 23, 24 years old, and I realised I wasn't going to be a professional footballer, well, I managed to do it, I lived my dream, and I wasn't going to be doing it for much longer, that I actually realised that, what am I going to do in my life? Who is Chris? Everything I am was a footballer. Everyone who knew me, oh, it's Chris, he's the guy who plays football. But I had nothing. My foundation was gone. So at the age of 25 years old, I was floating in air. I was just floating, not knowing where my life was heading, with no foundation and no direction. So people started to judge me again. Oh, Chris is the guy who's, guess what? I started working at Starbucks, serving people coffee. Chris is the guy who works at Starbucks. Chris is the guy who does this kind of stuff. But what about when we ask each other? And this is something that always gets to me. We often speak to each other and we introduce someone. Hey, I'm Chris Patel. Nice to meet you. How you doing? Oh, what do you do? The first question that usually comes out of our mouth is, what do you do? As in, what job do you do? As if that defines us. I was working a job that I didn't particularly enjoy, serving people coffee. Was that what defined me? Is that who I became? Playing football to serving people coffee? Or was my life more than my job? I feel like we constantly try and define people. We try and put people into a box. Oh, this is who Chris is, this is who Margaret is, this is who John is, and there we go. Now we know who those people are. But in reality, we have hundreds of different personalities. We are completely different people depending on how we feel, what's going on in our environment, the situation. Sometimes you do that in a day. You go through 50, 60 different emotions. So I really want to just talk about and make aware that when we judge others, guys, and especially people we think we know, we don't know. Sometimes those people don't even know. When people judge me, say, oh, this is who Chris is, I don't even know who I am half the time. I'm always asking myself that question to dig and explore and learn more about myself. So actually just embrace the person who's there. Just embrace them for who they are in that moment. And we know that we're going through a lot of struggles at the moment. And actually the last thing we need is someone to point fingers. Don't point fingers. When we point one in front, there's always 3 facing back, right? We have to look after ourselves. We have to concentrate on ourselves. And getting that energy to do so, I know a lot of people need to go outside and exercise, or they get that energy through a spiritual practice or religion or meeting people. And obviously in England at the moment, we can't meet people. So how do we discover a new way to form energy? There's many different ways. I think right now is a perfect time for self-discovery. It's not an easy time, I know it, but I just wanted to start with the video today, just really talking about identity, just unraveling who we are. We don't need to know who we are. And to be honest, it's a process that goes on forever. I hope that I'm a completely Chris today than I am this time next year. Actually, if I'm the same Krish, I'm going to be really annoyed with myself because I want to develop and transform my life so much. So I actually spoke to someone recently and they said their reason for living is transformation. And I actually love that. My reason for living is transformation. That's phenomenal, right? That means that I'm always looking to develop. I'm always looking to learn. I'm always looking to improve. So anyway, I hope you're great, guys. And yeah, the first ever video I've done like this. So please do let me know what you think. And I hope everyone's well and take care.